What's up, everybody? My name is Bobby. I go by Dogface Boy. You can find my SoundCloud here. And today I want to talk about a little bit building beats and humanizing and getting in the drum machine designer and things like that in Logic. So let's jump right into it, okay? All right, so let's open up Logic here. Get a new project going. Okay, file, new, close current project. Yes, software instrument. All right, we got our musical typing up. We'll close that for now. We'll open it back up in a bit. But we're going to go into our plugin selector over here, instrument slots, and go down to Drum Machine Designer. Okay, now open up this Drum Machine Designer here. If you click on each one of these individual boxes, it will give you a scrolling menu on the left side where you can select individual instruments. But if you just click on Drum Machine Designer here, okay, this what would you call it, this fader selection, I guess, you can choose entire kits over here. So let's go with the first one, 808 Flex, and we'll open that up and it'll bring a bunch of audio effects in there. And if we double click our Drum Machine Designer, it'll show us, there we go, single click. If you single click our Drum Machine Designer, it will show us all our loaded instruments in the 808 Flex kick. And if you hit on the keyboard Command K, you can bring up musical typing, or you can go to you could go to Window down to Show Musical Typing, and you can play from your keyboard. Okay, and you can see here I'm on octave C2. So if I go down to C1 by pressing the Z key, okay, it'll bring me to my kick and my snare, which is what I need to start the beat. Okay, and let's actually turn that up a bit. Hold on. Okie dokie. All right, so now we come into our main section of Logic here, and we can choose our BPM. I'm going to go with 100 today. Okay, and I'm going to select a loop, make it 4 bars long. Okay, and when I press the space bar, hit play, let's get the metronome on there, and we can just start practicing, laying down our kick and snare. Okay, gotta have musical typing up. And that's kind of what I want to go for. So if we press the R key on the keyboard, we'll start recording, and we can musically type while we record. Okay, now if we double click on the MIDI region that we just recorded, we can check it out down here, and as you notice, I am offbeat a lot. So if we go in here and we select everything, zoom in so we can kind of see, and we hit Q with everything selected, it will quantize, into maybe something that I want. But let's double check, and we just have to play and listen and see that it didn't sound just the way I wanted. So I think these two notes need to come over one, and you just come in here and you edit the way you want it to sound, and then and I'll come back. I'll come back after I'm finished cleaning it up a bit. Okay, so now that I have everything cleaned up and quantized to a rhythm that is enjoyable, or that I enjoy, suppose, we can add in little elements here and there after the fact. The kick and the snare is pretty much like the cement pad that you build the house on, or that's the way I like to think of it. So we have the kick, okay, here, and the snare, okay, and all these other instruments inside this drum kit here, okay. The second element, or I guess third, I like to include being a kind of hip-hoppy electronic style producer. We put in some closed hat hits, and if you see here, this pencil tool, if you hold command in the MIDI editor, you can start drawing in these notes that you want. Okay, so let's do a bar of that. Highlight them all. If you highlight and click on the first note, drag them over. Okay, hold Option before you let go. When you let go, it will copy paste all of those notes where you place them. And you could do the same thing by using the playhead. Just selecting the notes you want, pressing Command C, put the playhead where you want those notes, Command V, and they will pop up as well. Just whatever preference you have. Okay, starting to jive. Let's try every other one with it open. Kind of digging it, Got a little bounce to it. Okay, and let me just place a bunch of instruments, and through the magic of editing, I will be right back. Okay, all right, so now that I believe I have and let me turn this down a little bit. Okay, so I got a groove I like, some kind of funky sound going on. But it is very robotic. Okay, so we're gonna humanize it a little bit in this function. I'll explain to you a little bit. If you highlight everything, okay, highlight it all, go into Functions, MIDI Transform, down to Humanize right here. You'll open this window, and Humanize does three things. Okay, it adjusts the positions, the position, excuse me, the position of the MIDI note, the velocity, how hard the note was played, and the length of the note. And these are all set to plus minus random. So when we're talking about MIDI here, we have these four values. The first value is the length of a bar. So if we went up one, it would be a whole bar. The second one is the beat. So depending on the time signature, if you're in 4x4, which most of this style of music is made in, this would be 1 bar, 2 bar, 3 bar, 4 bar, a whole beat. This is a 16th note, okay? And this is a tick. A tick is the smallest possible amount that MIDI can be manipulated by. So, like I said earlier, the humanize function takes care of position, velocity, and length, and we're going to put it on 10 ticks, both randomly placed up and down, positive, negative, and we have every MIDI note selected we want to humanize, and we're going to hit select and operate. Okay? Now that that is done, we unselect and see how there's different shades now. So the different shades represent the velocity. So let's click on this one. We can see our velocity is 96 compared to this, 98, 95. They've all been randomized by 10. Okay? And if we zoom in very close, see how these are not on beat? This is slightly off beat. This one, these are a little more drastic. And the length has been also manipulated. Well, humans aren't perfect when they play live, so this is kind of emulating that. Let's take a listen. It's not going to sound any different, but it's going to feel more human. Okay, well, I mean, we have the beat laid out. We put humanization on it, made it sound a little more human, and that's it. I just really wanted to show you how to do that today, and maybe we'll go more in depth about the Drum Machine Designer, because it is a function, a newer function, more recent function to Logic that is really helping out with drummers, well, people who don't typically make drum beats, and I enjoy using it, and I think it's a pretty cool program. So yeah, thanks for checking this out, and let me know what you guys want to see next time, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you. All right, bye-bye.